Good afternoon. This is Dr. Megan Ross, Zoo Director here at Lincoln Park Zoo. It's a little bit of a gray and gloomy day here, a little drizzly, so I thought for this afternoon's Facebook Live, we'd add a little pop of color with one of my favorite species. We're here right now at the Flamingo Lagoon, looking at our flock of Chilean flamingos. Chilean flamingos come from South America, and they're from the Andes Mountains, so they're very cold tolerant. So they actually really do well in this cooler temperatures that we have up here in Chicago. You may notice that Chilean flamingos are a little bit lighter in color than some of the other flamingo species you might be aware of, like American flamingos, Caribbean flamingos, greater flamingos. If you look here, I'm following him. We have one of our youngsters from last year. You can see he's much lighter in color. He almost looks gray. It's a fun time to be here at the zoo with spring. All the birds are getting geared up for breeding season. The other day you may have seen the video that we shot in the morning where the flamingos were doing head flagging. Head flagging is one of the behaviors they do at the beginning of the breeding season so they can all participate together as a flock in the breeding season. It's a way that they can synchronize when they lay their eggs and start doing pairing behaviors. Looks like some of them actually might be starting to do that right now. If you look in the middle, you'll see some of them, they kind of put their bill up in the air. The ones that just moved their wing out, that's called a wing leg stretch. These are all breeding displays. It's as if they're doing this just for me. So thank you, flamingos, for showing some of your other displays. You can see the flock is gonna all start doing some head flagging. They start vocalizing. You might see some of them doing that wing leg stretch. This is just gearing up for the breeding season here at Lincoln Park Zoo. I think the fact that flamingos are able to synchronize how they all lay their eggs in a very short period of time, I think it's an amazing adaptive strategy that they have put together for themselves. That adaptive strategy really has to do with they live in large numbers in the wild. And so this adaptive strategy of laying your eggs at the same time makes sure that your chick is not an outlier in size. Will the baby do that? You might see the youngsters starting to do some of the flock displays, the head flagging and the wing leg stretch that you can see there in the middle. That is a flock behavior that they're doing for their pairings. They might participate in this as well. They'll start doing it more and more as they get older. They're not sexually mature for a few years, so they have a few years to figure out how to be really great flock mates to the rest of the colony here. Sorry about the shaking here. I'm crouched down because the flamingos are not keen on people being in their space. So I'm crouched down here in the habitat so I'm not bothering them too much. They have not laid any eggs this year. That won't be until later in the season. This beginning of the season is when they start to gear up as a whole flock and they start doing those flock behaviors. The head flagging, the wing leg stretch, they do some marching behaviors and some other displays as well. Will their colors change? The youngsters, yes, you can see the youngsters over here, maybe you can see the two that are grayer. Over the next couple of years, they're gonna get pinker and pinker over those couple of years. They have not started building any nests yet. It's a little early for that in the season. We're still pretty early on in the flamingo breeding season. Why do flamingos stand on one leg? So if you look at their legs closely, you'll notice that they have the pink joint in the middle of their legs. That's actually their ankle. And so when flamingos are standing on one leg, they're really just adjusting their weight. It's kind of like when you adjust your weight for your feet if you're standing on two legs with the same amount of weight on both legs. In the cooler months, they'll actually warm up the leg that's in the, I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted because they're starting to do some of the other displays, such as the wing salute and the inverted wing salute, but they might warm up the leg that's going to be closer to their body, and then they'll swap legs so that they can keep their legs nice and toasty warm when it's cooler out. Chilean flamingos are not currently classified as endangered. So you can see as we're watching them here, the flamingos are starting to do those breeding displays. The head flagging is the most prevalent one that you see. You may see them do a wing leg stretch. You may also see them do, as we saw just one a few minutes ago, where they did an inverted wing salute, which is where they put their head down and they kind of flip their wings up over their head. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry, I didn't realize I was blocking the screen. I will see about doing the zebras at a later time. Again, we're trying to accommodate everyone's requests. So if you have requests, please put them in the comments below and we'll see what we can do. I'll be back next week on Wednesday and Friday, and so please comment what you'd like to see and we'll see what we'll be able to accommodate. So thanks for sharing your afternoon with me and with the flamingos. I need to go finish my rounds. Just wanted to check in. Everyone here is doing well, and we miss seeing all of you on zoo grounds. Again, I'd like to... What you can hear right now are our swan geese who've gotten a little excited over here. We do miss seeing all of you on the zoo grounds, and I will say the amazing animal care and buildings and grounds crew here is doing a great job. So we look forward to seeing you when we can, but in the meantime, we hope to continue to bring you to the zoo through these Facebook Lives and some of our other videos and pictures that we're going to be sharing throughout the week. Have a great rest of your Friday and a great weekend.